What's up, guys? It is the werewolf himself, James C Lovett, otherwise known as the Badwolf. Today, we are going to be talking about the explanatory statement. Yes. Now, this is the statement that made my channel and me, I guess, somewhat infamous and kind of skyrocket to YouTube infamy. So sit right back, adjust your cameras, because we're going to go through the explanatory statement. All right, so before we get there, I want to thank everybody for helping to support the channel to get it this far. Keep in mind that I now have 5 new additional channels where you can find all of them on blacksite32.com on the social media page. This is also a way you can see which platforms I'm on legitimately so that you can make sure that you're not getting scammed by somebody. All my business, all my offers, everything that we have, all services, emails, and whatever else will be only and solely found on blacksite32.com. So make sure that when dealing with somebody, if you think it's me, it's probably not. I don't have enough time to be in every single one of them and reach out to people and present offers and whatever else. So a lot of these people will use a similar name and change one of the last letters or somewhere in there. So it's probably, well, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. It ain't me. And not just that, be sure that you don't get scammed by anybody else, whether it's a agent, the state, the government, or the guy down the street. Be careful, beware, protect yourself at all times. Now, you can also find other services there, such as consultations, free files on what it's like to be a national living in the private sector, mobile notary services, trust information, trust classes, and anybody else I affiliate with, including mortgage audits for those people who want to see if there's any fraud on their mortgage. All that stuff can be found on blacksite32.com. Under the resources page or the pro shop, you know what? Just look around and read the blogs. So for those people who have been emailing me, thank you for sharing information. If it has been vetted and it helps the movement, I will vet it myself and then put it on YouTube if it so pleases thee, or me in this case. Otherwise, if you guys see anybody using any of my images, likeness, logos, whatever else, name, or calling us people the S word or whatever else in a defamatory way, feel free to use the link up there on their video of me or whatever else and report them for slander, bullying, and defamation of character, which, if you didn't know, is a suable offense. All right. So without further ado, what is the explanatory statement? Well, let me give you the story. So when I first started this channel years ago, as you can see by many of the books here, you can only see half of my collection. All right. I was reached out to by a private sector national or state citizen on the East Coast. And this very wealthy, very intelligent person said, I like what you're doing, but I want to help you. I said, do you want any fame or credit? Nope. I'm in the private and I want to stay that way. So to this day, I've respected that particular person's privacy, just as all the people have given me tips, tricks, techniques, and inside information. Nothing above top secret, though, please, people. I will not share your information or where it came from if you so decide, okay? So this particular person gave me a 127-page explanatory statement. This is when I was putting together my own, and this person wanted to help boost me, okay, in my efforts. So between that person, my own efforts, and learning and watching other people's videos, I put together a packet of information. And at the time, much like many other things that have been firsts here, including the SS5 process, the MyEVerify, the authentication of the birth certificate, and the various other things that we brought you guys here first that now so many other channels now have used, and many of them have actually sent out thank yous and nods to the Badwolf. So thank you guys for that, including UR Law and the rest of you guys out there, including all the other supporters, including Knifeback and Drunken Cobra and all the other people out there. Thank you guys for that. We finally came up with a master copy, and in updating my website with the term explanatory statement, which can be found in the passport, but nobody knew what it was. Nobody had one. They don't provide you with one. They just say an explanatory statement. So what is it? It's a statement where you are explaining who and what you are. Okay. Now, when dealing with the passport agency, they don't want you to send them an affidavit. Okay. That is a debt, private, legal thing. And even though it can have dang near the same information, they want to say explanatory statement. So do you have to buy mine? No. Are they mandatory? No. All right. Now, but here's what I will tell you about it. When you use, whether you create your own or you get a copy of mine or you buy mine, whatever it is, all right, the explanatory statement goes a long way for one, helping you to understand who and what you are. Because when challenged, either by the court or whatever else, if you don't have a statement or an affidavit declaring who and what you are, notarized, and you've sent them a copy ahead of time or just in general so they know who and what you are, you on the spot or whatever else are going to have to now put one together. And you may or may not have all the information enough. So the explanatory statement can be used as an affidavit, or the information can be gleaned from one to the other, where you can send it out to all the various heads of state, giving them the opportunity to know who and what you are, and rebutting their potential claims that you are in fact a resident of their state 24/7, which is not true. Okay. So further information on that can be found in my other videos. So if this is your first time here, make sure you go to www.youtube.com/James C Lovett, all one word, or / @thebadwolf, and go and check my playlists, click view more videos, or click the full video playlist to get all the videos to populate that way. Otherwise, you won't see all the videos because, well, sometimes there's such a thing as called shadow banning for some reason. Anyway, moving on. So not only does it give you the ability to have the information you need to declare who you are with all of the case law and information that you can add to or subtract to. Now, I'll be the first person to tell you that I'm not a grammar whiz. So if you see something in there you don't like, guess what? It's a shell. It's for you to change it. This is going to have 95% of the work done for you. So all you have to do is go through it and edit out or in or whatever, what you want, and make it your truth. You can rearrange sections, you can whatever you want to do. I and my team have put together the majority of everything you need in there, where all you have to do is edit out your particular, my particular information, which is, it's fabricated information. I mean, the name is real, but other stuff about me, just so that you can remove everything, let's just say in the yellow, and put yours in. Now, I do suggest reading through it in case we did make any little minor mistakes, like, this, that, or whatever else, or maybe I missed putting in the yellowing out the city that we're in or you should be in. So verify, go through it, and vet the information for yourself. Look up the cases and make sure that you like what's in there, and just verify all these things that are true and accurate. Now, we know they are, but maybe, for instance, you want to use a different code. So in you looking up a code like 8 U.S.C. 1101.22b, which we've already done a video on that one, so we know that's good. But there's also codes like 8 U.S.C. 1401a that maybe you're like, no, actually, I think I have more fall for 1401b. Okay, it'll get you to open up your mind and start to doing research on this, so then you can truly articulate and pinpoint exactly who and what you are, or what you believe yourself to be, because nobody can tell you that but you. All right, so that's one. Two, the explanatory statement gives the people who are processing your information the ability to understand what you're trying to convey, so there's no discrepancy on what standing you're trying to go for and how they can correct the status of the straw man within their computer properly, because maybe the person who's been trained isn't, well, an A+ processor. Or maybe internally they don't teach them anything. Or maybe, like we happen to know, there's a special department that specializes in getting your status, or your standing rather, correct, which happens to be the legal department. Okay. So that's number two. It gives them the ability to read, to not confuse what you're trying to do, just to be sure, just have a little, little saving grace there. And it educates that particular person. And finally, the explanatory statement, all right, is something where once you submit it with your passport, it will be on and in your record. And they only do this when you do it a brand new DS11. That's when they do a complete brand new wipe. So if you're updating it and you're trying to use it, you're going to find that they're going to probably return it because they're not going to add to your file. All right. So, and if you haven't seen the video on the passport stars, don't trip. We now know that a 3, 4, or 5 star is good, but the 4 and 5 are better. Once again, nobody 100% knows what they are because they are considered to be a security thing. So much like, any other security feature with things, that's an internal thing. Over the years, we believe what we know to be true is that obviously the higher the number, the better. Some people tend to differ. But everything that we've been able to have been told in the private and whatever else is that the higher the better. Okay. And if you want to do your own research, look on the internet. People have been talking about it, and they basically list out, hey, I'm from a foreign country. I just got here. I'm looking at my passport, and I got 1 star. Then you got this person over here. Hey, I'm a U.S. State citizen. I'm in the military, and I got 4 stars. So you can kind of see if you piece things together with enough time that there is something there. All right. So all those things together are the reasons why we still use the explanatory statement, but we also have utilized to the Foreign Affairs Manual, section 505.2, I believe, that there's a proper code to put on the passport, which is also located in the explanatory statement. And that is the original place where we started using it. So now we know where and how to use and how to mark everything on the passport that we are able to mark. So now we can move forward. All right, without further ado, we're going to jump in the explanatory statement, something that people thought we would never do here. I keep my promises. I told you guys that once the information got out there to a high degree, that we will share the information. So though the explanatory statement is still for purchase on blackslide32.com on the files page, the file shop, this is going to be a visual overview for those people who want to glean some information from here and make their own. Okay, fair is fair. So, but if you do not want to type up your own, once again, we have it, and we actually have it at a discounted price now because we've been using it. We've been very successful, and well, it's just the American thing to do. All right, so without further ado, let me find the file, and we will take it away. Meanwhile, how are you guys doing? I hope everyone out there is having a great day and a blessed life. If not, don't give up. Keep faith, keep light in your heart, and keep it moving. If you need time to take a breather, then relax. Let all your stresses and things go for a day or even an hour. Give yourself a little break. You're only in competition with yourself. Don't worry about other people and what they're doing or what they're saying. I wouldn't be here right now if I listened to a majority of people, including some friends and family, and I stopped. So can't stop, won't stop. All right, guys, without further ado, I'm gonna let my lovely assistants read through the explanatory statements, all of it, none of it censored. Let's get going. All right. One moment, please. Okay, hold on. Almost there. All right, without further ado, let us get back to you. Here we go.
Land USA, without the United States. Special attention. Confidential file to the current director/C. CEO/CFO/district manager only. Not general processing. Legal department processing, CA/PPT/SIA/HR/PA. United States Department of State. State citizen/U.S. national passport/non-citizen U.S. national/secured party creditor. Explanatory statements. To the Commissioner, Head Director, or Legal Department. I am entering my explanatory statement, which is to remain as a part of this passport application, to obtain my United States of America passport. Thank you for taking the extra time to review and process my application with dedication to detail with care as a professional processing agent. I am enclosing my previous United States passport to this passport authority, because the application for it had errors and/or updates in concerns to my proper state nationality and USA Republic National of the United States. 22. The term national of the United States means A. A citizen of the United States, or B. A person who, though not a citizen of the United States, owes permanent allegiance to the United States of America. 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, 22b. 8 U.S. Code Section 1401, A. Nationals of United States at birth. I have new information about my correct designation and allegiance for my nationality, and I am now applying for a new passport with proper information concerning my nationality as a U.S. national of the United States America Republic. I am a territorial citizen and not a statutory citizen, but a private person. My allegiance should have always been, but now as to my state, the word state is synonymous with country, in which I was born on. Asterisk state equals Black's Law 8th edition, state, N1. The political system of a body of people who are politically organized, the system of rules by which jurisdiction and authority are exercised over such a body of people. A state is an institution, that is to say, it is a system of relations which men establish among themselves as a means of securing certain objects, of which the most fundamental is a system of order with which their activities can be carried on. To the processing agent reading this file, if you do not understand these declarations, Supreme Court rulings and the differences in nationality as depicted on the Department of State/travel website, immediately transfer my application to a senior director or the legal department for a legal determination for extra care and processing, as I am aware of the option per old DS-11 forms that I can opt for a passport as a, yes, state citizen/U.S. national. Note for your records our right to establish allegiance to God, the creator of the universe, and of our fact that this is all a family matter as we are claiming our nationality in heaven. My Lord is the same as of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob of the Holy Bible. My Lord is my King, and I declare that I am a self-governed/American/national as allowed by international treaty under the Declaration of Independence. I am not a representing, appearing as, accepting responsibility for the person, corporation, Sestui Kvi, Ens Legis Trust, known as the * registered organization, authorized agent only with no liability. I comprehend that the birth certificate used to gain my passport is considered a registered organization and not me the living man. * registered organization equals Black's Law 8th edition, an organization created under state or federal law, for which the state or federal government must maintain a public record showing that the organization has been duly organized. UCC Section 9-102, 2A, 70. Note the following concerning your request for SSN. I believe that the passport application form is in error, as it requests a Social Security number under the authority of Section 6039E of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986. Please be advised that no such authority exists within Section 6039E of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986. This Section 6039E, B1, requires that anyone with a TIN, if any, provide said number. A TIN is for those who are engaged in a trade or business within the United States. Therefore, I am exempt from this requirement pursuant to Section 6039E. See attachment, and further. Also, Section 7 of the Privacy Act of 1974 specifically provides that it shall be unlawful for any federal, state or local government agency to deny to any individual any right, benefit, or privilege provided by law because of such individual's refusal to disclose his/her social security number. Privacy Act, 1974, Section 7. A.1. It shall be unlawful for any federal, state, or local government agency to deny to any individual any right, benefit, or privilege provided by law because of such individual's refusal to disclose his/her social security number. Pub. L.93-579, Section 7, 5 U.S.C. Sector 552A. Note unless 2. Disclosure is required by federal statute for welfare recipients to obtain and provide SSNs of children. Section B. Any federal, state, or local government agency which requests an individual to disclose his social security account number shall inform that individual whether that disclosure is mandatory or voluntary, by what statutory or other authority such number is solicited, and what uses will be made of it. However, it is merely attached in proper place for the verification, to be used to update, to be removed if necessary from mentioned person, and is only utilized in such situations where it is made necessary and I act as an authorized agent only with no liability. My use of the social on the DS-11 form in the proper location is merely for reference only. It is not to be construed as evidence of jurisdiction as it was obtained by my parents. Its use in this application is also not to be construed to be my affiliation to the nation of the U.S./U.S. citizenship, 14th Amendment. Henceforth, it is only there for reference so as it does not assume any type of jurisdiction and legally to be considered or is boxed/bracketed. Please note the following concerning my proper nationality and nationality. The facts of where I was born, Milwaukee, Florida, America, and with documents that I have annexed to the passport application, determine that my nationality is Florida, being born on Florida land/state and according to the U.S. Government Printing Office Style Manual. In Section 5.23, in designating the natives of the states, the following forms will be used, and should be reflected on my passport in the section on nationality, Floridate or U.S. national as opposed to the United States, and therefore, because I was born on a state, I am a national of the United States * of America, not the same as a U.S. federal employee, citizen, and entitled to a passport. I am a non-U.S. citizen, non-resident of Florida. I operate as a non-US citizen and foreign to the Hague Convention of October 5, 1961, abolishing the requirement of legalization for foreign public documents, or a non-member. Also, my claim is based on the fact that having been born and lived in the America for over 40 years, it is my understanding that after 10 years I am so naturalized in the USA, and by right am an U.S. national. I do not consider myself a 14th Amendment citizen, born or naturalized in the United States corporation/domicile, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Even though you may consider me to fall under Section I of the 14th Amendment, that does not mean that I am a U.S. citizen. I am a national of Florida, being born on Florida land/state, and therefore a national of the United States * of America Republic, as I stated on my annexed passport application. Please note, the Supreme Court has officially defined the key term United States to have 3 separate and distinct meanings. Hooven and Allison Company versus Evett, 324 U.S. 652, 1945. 1. It may be the name of a sovereign occupying the position of other sovereigns in the family of nations. 2. 3. It may designate the limited territory over which the sovereignty of the United States, federal government, extends. 4. 5. It may be the collective name for the 50 states, which are united by and under the U.S. Constitution. The collective name for the 50 states, which are united by and under the United States Constitution for America. Not the federal government. A person who is a citizen of the United States, federal government, 14th Amendment citizen, is not necessarily a citizen of the particular state in which he resides. But a person may be a citizen of a particular state and not a citizen of the United States, federal government, 14th Amendment citizen. To hold otherwise would be to deny to the state the highest exercise of its sovereignty, the right to declare who are its citizens. State v. Fowler, 41 Law and 380. 6s. 602, 1889, emphasis added. It is quite clear, then, that there is a nationality of the United States, federal government, 14th Amendment citizen, and a nationality of a state, which are distinct from each other and which depend upon different characteristics or circumstances in the individual. Slaughterhouse Cases, 83 U.S. 36, 1873, emphasis added. Supreme Court Ruling, Hepburn v. Dundas v. Alizzi, 2 Cranch, U.S., 445, 2 LED 332 in 1804 held that a citizen of the District of Columbia, a U.S. 14th Amendment citizen/a citizen, was not the same as a U.S. national of a state. This declares a difference in nationality, to which I am of legal right to declare via this passport/declaration contained here. A national of my state, aka U.S. nation, or non-resident alien. I also believe that the Declaration of Oath section of the passport application is written in error. I am a national of the United States of America, not the same as a U.S. citizen, and both of my parents were not U.S. federal citizens, Section 10. I claim my nationality to be a national of United States of America Republic. I am of live birth, or a living soul, and not a corporation, beast, fictional entity, monster, property, etc. Or my birth certificate is enclosed, but authenticated to prove I am living being. The real live birth did occur, and that I am not a commercial entity, person, artificial entity, etc. Oath with the proper use of the words United States and citizen. I declare under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the United States of America, 28 U.S.C. 1746, 1, all of the following. 1. I am a national of the United States of America, being a Floridate, being naturally born, and have not, since in acquiring American nationality, by being born on one of the sovereign states of the Union, performed any of the acts listed under acts or conditions on the reverse side of this, the application. 2. The statements made on the application are true and correct. 3. I have not knowingly and willfully made false statements or included false documents in support of this application. 4. The photograph submitted with this application is a genuine, current photograph of me. And 5. I have read and understood the warning on page 2 of the instructions to the application form. As you well know, the Constitution for the United States of America is the supreme law of the land, and as I stated in my passport application, declaration, pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1746, 1, I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the United States of America that the statements made on this passport application and within this statement are true, correct, and as provided by law, I claim no privileges or immunities provided by the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, not being a U.S. citizen subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Note, although I may have been issued a Social Security number and may be providing a birth certificate/registered organization from Florida and State of Florida ID as an identifying document, the use of such documents does not imply that I am a U.S. federal citizen. As such may have been abandoned, closed, or authorized agent of with no liability. Private identification numbers. To be utilized while in the public domain, notice to all public and private entities. Update records to be included in all identification purposes, including passport. Section only if you have this already or want to declare it as foreign to the U.S. and owned by you, a U.S. national. Optional. 6. Private traveler plate. 7. 8. Private insurance bond #. 9. 10. Vehicle, VIN. 11. 12. U.C.C. filing. 13. 14. Tag, VIP. 15. 16. U.S. National. 17. 18. Permanent location, United States of America Republic, a state of the people. Official national status. 19. A constitution, national, USA Constitution. 20. 21. American native, native to America by birth, with oath and loyalty to the land of North America. 22. 23. Oath, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, with liberty and justice for all. 24. 25. A USA national, not residing nor domiciled in a state of the Union. 26. 27. Not born in a federal zone / non-statutory. 28. 29. UCC 1 to 308, Reservation of Rights. 30. 31. Status, non-person, non-enemy combatant, non-taxpayer, non-alter ego, non-resident alien, non-federal employee, non-individual, non-commercial, non-dead entity, non-public transmitting utility. 32. 33. Allies / treaty with the United States. Use of federal fiat does not construe jurisdictional obligations nor citizenship. 34. 35. Allegiance to geographical United States of America and American Constitution. And not to. 15. United States means A. A federal corporation, B. An agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States, or C. An instrumentality of the United States. 36. 37. Sovereign being of the United States of America, privately domiciling within a non-military occupied private estate, not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. I am the admiral of my vessels in all regards, existing in peacetime as a neutral non-combatant party friend to the U.S., head of state and commander-in-chief in my own right. A human being domiciled in a constitutional state and born or naturalized anywhere in the Union is 11. A state national pursuant to 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, 22, b. 12. A civil / statutory status, non-resident, non-person, non-taxpayer, exclusively private, and not engaged in a public office. 13. Political status, United States of America, geographical constitutional American. 14. Domicile in the United States of America, not domiciled in a federal zone, no residence without the U.S. This applies to all forms submitted, ID cards and files, unless otherwise noted. Not domiciled in the U.S., the corporation / Washington, D.C. Having no choice but to use a combination thereof, they are merely for ID proof, not domicile. My application permanent address is only to be used for domicile USA. Department of State website passport information. As the department has received few requests, there is no justification for the creation of a non-citizen national certificate. Designing a separate document that includes anti-fraud mechanisms was seen as an inefficient expenditure of resources. Therefore, the department determined that those who would be eligible to apply for such a certificate may instead apply for a United States passport that would delineate and certify their status as a national but not a citizen of the United States. If a person believes he or she is eligible under the law as a non-citizen national of the United States and the person complies with the provisions of Section 341(b) of the INA, 8 U.S.C. 1452(b), she may apply for a passport at any passport agency in the United States. When applying, applicants must execute a Form DS-11 and show documentary proof of their non-citizen national status as well as their identity. If a person believes he or she is eligible under the law as a non-citizen national of the United States and the person complies with the provisions of Section 341(b) of the INA, 8 U.S.C. 1452(b), she may apply for a passport at any passport agency in the United States. When applying, applicants must execute a Form DS-11 and show documentary proof of their non-citizen national status as well as their identity. Section 302 of Public Law. After reaching the age of 18 years, whichever date is later, become a national but not a citizen of the United States by making a declaration under oath before any court established by the Constitution or laws of the United States of America or any other court of record in the Commonwealth in the form as follows: I, Bob Smith, being duly sworn. Hereby declare my intention to being an U.S. national of the USA Republic, but not an U.S. citizen of the United States, nor a 14th Amendment citizen of the United States. No allegiance/no citizenship to the United States. 15. United States means A. A federal corporation, B. An agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States, or C. An instrumentality of the United States. Asterisk attention passport agent, also a formal request of endorsement code 9, all, to be used to distinguished on my passport book and/or card. The bearer is a U.S. national and not a United States citizen. Add on annotations/special endorsements page for book or digitally encoded into card data. For the official passport 8 FAM 505.2-1, my passport nationality should read U.S. national. Card endorsement code. Foreign Affairs Manual section on passports. 09. All. The bearer is a United States national and not a United States citizen. Placed in a passport book issued to a U.S. national who is not a citizen. U.S. national will be printed instead of USA on the front of the passport card. Prior to the creation of this endorsement in 1992, the bearer's status as a non-citizen U.S. national was indicated by circling the word national or crossing out the word citizen in the Secretary's message on the signature page of the U.S. passport. I am also requesting to be placed on the federal, state, Department of Justice, police, U.S. Supreme Court, etc. list of U.S. nationals/state citizens, so that any and all records are updated with correct information. This will prevent any outdated, fraudulent information to be used against myself. Family lineage. In concerns to my parents' nationality, my mother is an U.S. national/state national of America. And my father is also an U.S. national/state national of America, and neither of which was an U.S. citizen and received no benefits. Having been born in the USA Republic by birthright, I am an U.S. national/state national of America. Our family were never property nor slaves born in the territory/Washington, D.C. Free and clear life of liberty, with a family line here going back 5 generations. Request for certificate of non-citizen national certificate. I formally request from the Secretary of the Department of State the certificate of non-US nationality. If box is checked yes, and forward to the SEC. Birth certificate/col. My identifying BC or C.O.L.B has been authenticated, ensuring that it has been imported into the USA. In Congress, July 4, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Definitions of terms. The several states listed in the Constitution of the United States of America. Excludes federal territories, federal enclaves within the states, and federal possessions. Excludes the United States defined in 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, A. 38, 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, A. 36, 8 C.F.R., Section 215.1, or 26 U.S.C. Section 7701, A. 9, and A. 10. On this attachment, 1. United States, asterisk, means the country, 2. United States, asterisk asterisk, means federal territory, 3. United States, asterisk asterisk asterisk, means states of the Union and excludes federal territory or federal enclaves within the constitutional states of the Union. State, defined as states which are party to the Constitution of the United States of America. Excludes federal territories, federal enclaves within the states, and federal possessions mentioned in 4 U.S.C. Section 110, D, citizen or non-citizen national of the United States, someone born or naturalized in a constitutional state of the Union, 14th Amendment, a federal territory, national and citizen of the United States, asterisk asterisk, at birth, 8 U.S.C. Section 1401, or U.S. possession, non-citizen national of the United States, asterisk asterisk, at birth, 8 U.S.C. Section 1408, subject to the jurisdiction, subject to the political but not legislative jurisdiction of the national government. Civil status. 1. My citizenship status profile, CSP, code is D rather than the A or B. You are trying to falsely associate me with using the DS-11 form perjury statement. It is D because A is reserved only for statutory nationals and citizens of the United States at birth under 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, A, 21, 1.2. A constitutional citizen of the United States asterisk 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 at the moment of birth, because born in a constitutional state of the Union. 1.3. A national of the United States asterisk 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 of America pursuant to 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, B, 22, where state is used in this statute is a state of the Union, which is legislatively foreign to the national government. 1.4. A national of the United States asterisk 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 of America described in Perkins v. Elg. 307 U.S. 325, 1939, and as required by 22 U.S.C. Section 212 and 22 CFR Section 51.2. That allegiance is political and not geographical and relates to the state, which means the sovereign people in states of the Union and not the government that serves them. It is also revoked and inactive while physically abroad or in a state of the Union, because I do not seek the civil statutory protection of the national government in these places or circumstances. In that sense, permanent in the phrase permanent allegiance is defined to exclude situations when domiciled or present abroad or in a constitutional state. 1.5. A transient foreigner, stateless person, and non-resident in relation to the United States government and any and every state government that is party to the United States Constitution because not domiciled or resident anywhere in the statutory United States, being federal territory, or anywhere outside of where the Constitution applies. 2. Clarification of my status. 2.1. I am not any of the following, not the party addressed by the word you on the DS-11 instructions. Those instructions pertain only to those domiciled or resident within the statutory United States, asterisk asterisk, and therefore subject to the exclusively legislative jurisdiction of the national government per Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 17, b. These are the only subjects under the laws of Congress. 2.2. Am not domiciled or resident anywhere within the statutory United States, asterisk asterisk, or within the civil legislative jurisdiction of the United States government, and hence, cannot lawfully have any civil status, including the statutory status of citizen or resident, under the laws of Congress. That is why passports are based on nationality and not statutory citizen status. Section 29. Status. It may be laid down that the status or, as it is sometimes called, civil status, in contradistinction to political status of a person depends largely upon domicile. The older jurists, whose opinions are fully collected by Story I and Burge, maintained, with few exceptions, the principle of the ubiquity of status, conferred by the domicile with little qualification. Lord Westbury, in Udney v. Udney, thus states the doctrine broadly: the civil status is governed by one single principle, namely, that of domicile, which is the criterion established by law for the purpose of determining civil status. For it is on this basis that the personal rights of the party, that is to say, the law which determines his majority and minority, his marriage, succession, or intestacy, must depend. Gray, C.J., in the late Massachusetts case of Ross v. Ross, speaking with special reference to capacity to inherit, says, it is a general principle that the status or condition of a person, the relation in which he stands to another person, and by which he is qualified or made capable to take certain rights in that other's property, is fixed by the law of the domicile, and that this status and capacity are to be recognized and upheld in every other state, so far as they are not inconsistent with its own laws and policy. A treatise on the law of domicile, national, quasi-national, and municipal, Little, Brown, and Company, 1887, page 89, 2.3. Not a civil statutory person as found in any law of United States government or any state government. All such codes pertain to and regulate only public officers in the government as exhaustively proven in Why Statutory Civil Law is Law for Government and Non-Private Persons. Form hashtag 05.037. Non-resident parties with no domicile or residence in a place cannot have a civil status under the civil statutory laws of any government per Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 17. B. Point 2.4. Not subject to ITS jurisdiction or the civil legislative jurisdiction of the United States because I do not maintain a legal civil domicile anywhere within the statutory United States as defined in 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, b. 22, and 8 CFR Section 215.1, f, or within any federal territory, having shown that the privileges and immunities relied on in the argument are those which belong to citizens of the states as such, and that they are left to the state governments for security and protection, and not by this article placed under the special care of the federal government. Not subject to the jurisdiction as indicated in the 14th Amendment, because not politically or legally associated with any government. The U.S. Supreme Court declared in U.S. v. Wong Kim Ark, 169 U.S. 649, 18 S.Ct. 456, 42 L.ed. 890, 1898, that subject to the jurisdiction means the political rather than legislative jurisdiction. I am not registered to vote and ineligible to serve on jury duty because I refuse to participate as a member or citizen of any government. 2.6. Not a statutory national and citizen of the United States, at birth per 8 U.S.C. Section 1401. The U.S. Supreme Court declared in Rogers v. Belay, 401 U.S. 815, 1971, that an 8 U.S.C. Section 1401 national and citizen of the United States at birth is not equivalent to a 14th Amendment citizen of the United States. Note also that citizens of the District of Columbia are 8 U.S.C. Section 1401 statutory U.S. citizens, but not constitutional or 14th Amendment citizens as described below. The first section of the 14th Article, 14th Amendment, to which our attention is more specifically invited, opens with a definition of citizenship, not only citizenship of the United States, but citizenship of the states. No such definition was previously found in the Constitution, nor had any attempt been made to define it by act of Congress. It had been said by eminent judges that no man was a citizen of the United States, except as he was a citizen of one of the states composing the Union. Those, therefore, who had been born and resided always in the District of Columbia or in the territories, though within the United States, were not citizens. Slaughterhouse Cases, 83 U.S., 16 Wall. 36, 21 L.ed. 394, 1873. Finally, this court is mindful of the years of past practice in which territorial citizenship has been treated as a statutory privilege and not a constitutional right. Juana v. U.S.A., case number 12-01143, DDC, 2013, 2.7. Not the citizen of the United States, resident, alien, or individual named in 26C.F.R. Section 301.6012-1 who has a requirement to file a federal income tax return. Because the term United States as used in 26 U.S.C. Subtitle A relies on the definition of United States found in 26 U.S.C. Section 7701, A.9, and A.10, which in turn defines United States as the District of Columbia and nowhere expressly includes any state of the Union. 2.8. Not a statutory national, but not citizen of the United States, at birth as defined in 8 U.S.C. Section 1408, which is also called a U.S. national by the federal courts. I was not born within and am not domiciled within American Samoa or Swains Island or any other U.S. possession. 2.9. not the statutory citizen of the United States, or resident of the United States described in 26 U.S.C. Section 3121, E, 26 U.S.C. Section 7408, D, 26 U.S.C. Section 7701, A, 39, or 28 U.S.C. Section 1603, B, 3, all of whom have in common a domicile on federal territory, not within any constitutional state of the Union. 3. I do not have a statutory residence as legally defined. Only resident aliens as defined in 26 U.S.C. Section 7701, B, 1a, can legally have a residence. Residence aliens are all aliens as defined in 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, a, 3, domiciled or resident on federal territory not within any constitutional state, and I am not so domiciled. This is confirmed by the definition of residence in 26C.F.R. Section 1.871-2 for the purpose of income taxes, which defines residence only in the context of aliens present in the statutory United States, meaning federal territory not within a constitutional state. These resident aliens are within statutory states, meaning territories, but not constitutional states. Point 4. Do not consent to acquire or to use government identifying number of any kind and have none to provide in connection with the passport application or in connection with any government information system. Pursuant to 42 U.S.C. Section 408A.8, use of government identifying numbers may not be compelled. Applicant is not subject to, but not exempt from, the statutes cited as authority for demanding identifying numbers found in 26 U.S.C. Section 6039E. All such statutes are only for public officers, as declared by the U.S. Supreme Court State Action Doctrine, and I am not a public officer or agent in the context of this application, nor can I be compelled to become one for the purposes of this passport application. How the statutory civil law is law for government and not private persons. Form #05.037. The mailing address in Block 8 of the attached form shall not be interpreted as either a statutory civil domicile or residence address of any kind. The permanent address in DS11 Block 19, regardless of what it says, shall be interpreted as reading NO domicile or residence. See 22 U.S.C. Section 2721. All addresses provided are not the location where I may be physically found, but only the place that correspondence only from the Department of State, and no others in any government, may be sent regarding the passport application only. It is the location of a third party designated to receive my mail, and not me. Any other commercial or governmental use is unauthorized and shall constitute a commercial use for which the government actor waives official, judicial, and sovereign immunity and agrees to be personally accountable for the sovereign franchise protecting this application. Applicant does not consent to acquire any civil status under any act of Congress by making application herein. Applicant does not consent to and is not requesting or indicating any domicile, protection, services, or statutory privileges from any government by virtue of this application, but simply wants to be left alone, and not have any of his personal information shared outside of the Department of State or used for any purpose other than the issuance of this USA passport unless updating correct status only. Information about me on this application does not need to be shared if UNL specifically asking not to be protected, and such sharing is a violation of Fourth Amendment right to privacy and a conspiracy against his constitutional rights. Any attempt to either force applicant to become a protected party or to become a civil statutory person or individual shall constitute a mafia criminal protection racket in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 1951. The makers of our Constitution undertook to secure conditions favorable to the pursuit of happiness. They recognized the significance of man's spiritual nature, of his feelings, and of his intellect. They knew that only a part of the pain, pleasure and satisfactions of life are to be found in material things. They sought to protect Americans in their beliefs, their thoughts, their emotions, and their sensations. They conferred, as against the government, the right to be let alone, the most comprehensive of rights and the right most valued by civilized men. Olmstead v. United States, 277 U.S. 438, 478, 1928, Brandeis, J. Dissenting. See also Washington v. Harper, 494 U.S. 210, 1990. From the nature of the case, no other laws could be obligatory upon them. 4. Where there is no protection or allegiance or sovereignty, there can be no claim to obedience. United States v. Wong Kim Ark, 169 U.S. 649, 1898. Clarification of Acts and Conditions section. The Acts and Conditions section shall have the following phrase lined out: accepted or performed the duties of any office, post, or employment under the government of a foreign state or political subdivision thereof. The explanation for this is as follows. 1. Foreign state includes states of the Union. They are legislatively, but not constitutionally foreign with respect to the national government. This is a product of the separation of powers. Foreign states, nations outside of the United States, term may also refer to another state, i.e. a sister state. The term foreign nations should be construed to mean all nations and states other than that in which the action is brought, and hence, one state of the Union is foreign to another. In that sense, Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition, page 648, 2. Applicant is a non-resident non-person under all acts of Congress. As such, I am foreign in respect to and not subject to all such civil acts. The only way I can be domestic is to service within the United States Federal Corporation as a public officer as shown in 26 U.S.C. Section 7701, A. 5.3. United States includes the District of Columbia and the territories of the United States and excludes states of the Union for the purpose of acts and conditions, paragraph .4. United States as used in the perjury statement of the DS-11 is the United States ***** of America, States of the Union, under 28 U.S.C. Section 1746, 1, and excludes United States federal territory or the United States government as shown in 28 U.S.C. Section 1746, 2.5. By serving as a voter or jurist in a state court or a driver under the State Vehicle Code, I am serving as an officer of a legislatively, but not constitutionally, foreign state as defined here. 6. The laws of most states of the Union and the Foreign Agents Registration Act, FARA, both forbid simultaneously serving as both a state officer and a federal officer. Hence, I do not have and cannot lawfully have any civil statutory status, office, obligation, or role under acts of Congress and also participate politically or legally in a state of the Union without violating state law and the federal FARA, 22 U.S.C. Section 611 and 28 CFR Part 5. Such federal statutory civil statuses, offices, or posts that I do not have and do not consent to have include national and citizen of the United States **** at birth under 8 U.S.C. Section 1401, statutory citizen, person, individual, taxpayer, etc. under any act of the National Congress. All such civil statuses are offices within the national government. National of the United States. 22. The term national of the United States means a citizen of the United States, or b. a person who, though not a citizen of the United States, owes permanent allegiance to the constitutional United States. 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, b. 22. Constitutional nationals of the United States ****, state nationals, or nationals of the United States **** of America. 1. A political status not tied to a geographical place. Allegiance can exist independent of geography. 2. Defined in 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, b. 22, under the law of nations, under state laws, and under USA Constitution. 3. Is equivalent to the term state citizen. 4. In general, born in any one of the several states of the Union but not in a federal territory, possession, or the District of Columbia. Not domiciled in the federal zone. 5. Not subject to the jurisdictional policy power of the federal government or most acts of Congress. 6. Owes allegiance to the sovereign people, collectively and individually, within the body politic of the constitutional state residing in. 7. may serve as a state jurist or grand jurist involving only parties with his same nationality and domicile status. 8. May vote in state elections. 9. At this time, all state nationals are also a USA national. But not all USA nationals are a state national. For example, a USA national not residing nor domiciled in a state of the Union. 10. Is a man or woman whose unalienable natural rights are recognized, secured, and protected by his state constitution against state actions and against federal intrusion by the Constitution for the United States of America. 11. Includes state nationals, because you cannot get a USA passport without this status per 22 U.S.C. Section 212 and 22 CFR Section 51.2. 8 U.S. Code Section 1408 nationals, but not citizens of the United States at birth, unless otherwise provided in Section 1401 of this title. The following shall be nationals, but not citizens, of the United States at birth. 2. A person born outside the United States and its outlying possessions of parents both of whom are nationals, but not citizens, of the United States, and have had a residence in the United States of America, or one of its outlying possessions, prior to the birth of such person, United States. 38. The term United States, except as otherwise specifically herein provided, when used in a geographical sense, means the continental United States, Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Guam, the Virgin Islands of the United States, and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Source 8 U.S.C. Section 1101, A. 38. The Pledge of Allegiance to the Flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am a private civilian American state national, protected by Article 23 of the 1907 Hague Convention Treaty during this state of emergency, established by the War Powers Act of March 9, 1933. Official Declaration of Peace and Friendship Treaty with the United States. Let it be known that from this time forward there will be peace and friendship treaty, in all ways mutual, between our two nations. We extend our hand in assistance, care and comradely throughout the ages of existence. May our nations live long and prosper. Jurat certificate/affidavit. A notary public or other officer completing this certificate verifies only the identity of the individual who signed the document to which this certificate is attached, and not the truthfulness, accuracy, or validity of this document. State of Florida. For jurat/verification purposes only. _____.
All right. And that brings us down to the notary section, which is all pretty much standard amongst all of my files, pretty similar. All right. Hold on. Let's back us out here in one good second. All right. And where's the... All right, so there you guys have it. That is the explanatory statement. Thank you for watching this far along. Now, you guys should have picked up a lot of juicy tidbits in there to either create your own or to see that the proof is in the pudding, and to, if you want, to visit our shop on blacksite32.com and get your own copy. Now, once again, you know, you can make it your own. You can customize it. It comes in a .doc format, and you can utilize it as you see fit for declaring yourself to be everything that we talked about in there. Case law, Supreme Court codes, United States codes, all of that is in there, and then some. So, once again, that is the explanatory statement brought to you by the Badwolf. So thank you guys for supporting. Thank you for helping me to get this far along. And with your continued support, patronage, and financial donations and support by files and consultations, we will keep doing what we're doing here. But now also, because I've got 5 additional new channels, we are going to be covering other topics. But don't worry, we will still be doing videos and all the other good stuff on this particular channel. So without further ado, I will let you guys go. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Stay wise, stay woke, stay aware. And I will be keeping you guys in my thoughts. Keep me in yours. Stay blessed and positive. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit that bell, like, and subscribe on the way out. Badwolf will talk to you later.